Hey, it's Gauntlet, and I make D&D content that nobody asked for.
You just get to stroll on by like an absolute Giga Chad and just not care about anybody's damn damage. It's a Barbarian and Druid multiclass. 3 levels into Barbarian and the rest into Druid. If that's all you came here for, alright, no problem. Catch you later. You could also stay to the end of the video, and I'll be going over why it's so powerful, what kind of races you want to work with it, but you already know, I got timestamps down below, so let's go. Really important. It is ridiculously overpowered. You will overshadow players who are less experienced than you, and you're also going to potentially ruin other people's fun if you're not careful. Don't ruin their fun. Another thing is, as a DM, it is your responsibility to not
balance monsters to do more damage.
No, you'll just instant kill everybody else that isn't the tank. This is a tank build. Let it tank. You're gonna need one of these. You're gonna be a barbarian pathing into the totem warrior subclass. And for the druid, you're gonna be going into the moon circle as subclass. You can find the barbarian stuff on page 46, and on page 50, you can find the totem warrior. For a druid, it's gonna be on page 64, and moon circle's on 69. But I also got website links down below, yeah. This build is absolutely unmatched when it comes to pure staying power. It's got one of the highest defensive HP builds that I can possibly think of. You don't need to deal much damage, but you can laugh at the enemy as they kind of just plink at your massive HP. Yeah, you don't need a life domain cleric. You could just heal yourself. You're not going down. I'm telling you, you're not gonna die. Leveling up, you wanna go into Barbarian first is what I recommend. Make sure you have a wisdom stat of 13 though, so you can actually multiclass into a druid. But when you hit level 3, you wanna go Totem Spirit and you pick Bear. You literally have the I don't care what you're throwing at me feature. And then from there on, you're gonna be multiclassing into the druid. Now you're gonna have a lot of spells to look at. You're also gonna have a lot of wild shape rules to read. But here's the most important one. You retain the benefit of any features from your class, race, or other source, and can use them if the new form is physically capable of doing so. However, you can't use any of your special senses, such as dark vision, unless your new form also has that sense. So now you're an animal that's angry. Now when you are picking your subclass or your circle as a druid, go into the moon circle. Because you get combat wild shape, you get to heal. 1d8 for each spell slot you have. And then circle forms, it basically means you are not limited to the very pipsqueaky little animals. You can turn into really big, scary things, and it's awesome. And if you're raging, you effectively double your health because you're taking half damage most of the time. So you're effectively having like 100 health sometimes per wild shape. And healing. And then another wild shape. And healing. You kind of getting what I'm putting down here? You're literally going to be unstoppable. So I suggest taking Resilient because it lets you choose an ability score and increase it by 1 to a maximum of 20, and you get proficiency in the saving throws with that chosen ability. Also Tough, I mean duh. You get to have a hit point increase every time you level up on top of your Constitution modifier. You're gonna get a lot of HP, so make sure you go with that feat. Some races that I suggest you use that would be very complementative of this build would probably be, and you probably guessed it, the Orc. You get this really wonderful ability where it can keep you alive, is the Relentless Endurance. When you are reduced to 0 HP but not killed outright, you can drop to 1 HP instead. That's pretty good because mid-combat, when things are finally just about to kill you, you just say no. The other race I recommend is the Kalashtar. I think it's not in the player handbook like I mentioned. It's probably in a different book, but you can just look it up. It's fine. You're intelligent. You're a grown-ass man. Or woman. But what that does is it basically gives you resistance to psychic, so now your one weakness is no longer a weakness at all. Have fun looking into this build. There's probably a lot of nuances that I didn't address and go over. If you think there's some things that I missed, please post down in the comment section below. Granted I made a mistake here and there. I am a human. I'm not perfect. Go check out my other videos. I think they're pretty great. Worked pretty hard on them. Anyway, have fun bullying the BBEG. Later.